Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. My name is Kyrielle. I hope you decide to stick around this madhouse. Today we are clearly doing something very colourful, almost duochrome, dual toned anyway. This is a continuation of my gemstone series. Obviously this is for the month of June. I've been doing this since January, so if you've missed any of the other gemstones, I'll put a playlist in the eye over here for you guys so you can catch up. For the month of June, it is typically pearl, I believe. However, the last look that I did for diamond, and I feel like they were going to be too similar. And there is another stone for June, and it's called, I think it's Alexandrite. I think I'm saying that right. But it is a interesting looking stone, I think, compared to the other ones we've looked at. It's almost like a duochrome stone, and I was like really inspired when I saw this. So it has a purple and green flip to it. It's really interesting. It looks different under different lights, so that's the kind of vibe I was going with this eye makeup. As you can see, I've added like a topper on top of it, and you'll see all that in the tutorial. I'm getting ahead of myself. But as you can see, it's got like teal, blue, purple, and then this is under like a pen light, and there's a bit of gold in there. It's just a super interesting stone. This is it more in its raw form, and yeah, I was just super inspired by this stone, so I created this look today. I also felt like I had the perfect palette for this, and it's the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette. Unfortunately, I don't believe this is available anymore, but I imagine a lot of you have this palette. It just had the perfect tones in it, so we're going to be playing with this today. I also discussed my base and everything with you guys today, so yeah, let me just stop all the babbling. Let's get right into this makeup. Alright, so this is the eye we're going to be doing today. I decided to do more of like a round look because I haven't done one in a while, I feel. Obviously I haven't added lashes and I don't have my base on and everything, but I think this will look pretty cool. So I've already primed. I've used the Beauty Bay primer in the shade 2, and I'm using the beloved Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette. This palette is just so good. I'm so annoyed it was limited edition. They really need to bring it back. Anyway, the first shade I'm going in with is Voodoo, which is the deepest purple, and I'm going to start this on the inner corner and bring it up halfway inside and slightly above the crease. Then I'm also going to bring it on the inner corner mobile lid right to the lash line, kind of making an angle because I am going to be cutting the center of the crease, so I'm not too worried about it going anywhere, you know. Once I've done that, I'm going in with a moderately clean brush. Obviously I used all of these for this eye, so I'm just going to buff the edges a little bit to soften and help our blend ever so slightly. Then I'm going in with the shade Sorcery, and I'm going to tap over that blend and start the gradient to go in. As we go up, the colour disperses further, so I'm bringing it further over on the inner corner and halfway across the lid. You're almost creating like an arch, so as you go over, there's more product. Does that make any sense? I hope I am making sense. And then I'm just gonna buff the edges with the same brush, so there's not a lot of product left. I just kicked my camera, so if we've moved, that's why. Now I'm going into the shade Enchanted, which honestly I think is one of my favorite shades out of like all of my palettes. It's just such a pretty pastel purple. I'm just going to blend these edges even more. So again, bringing it further over in the middle and further down in the inner corner. Okay, now I'm just going to go back in with those colours again just to re-intensify it and make sure we haven't lost any. Honestly, this look did not take me that long to do. Like, I'm 8 minutes in and I've been faffing around, so this is actually quite a quick look. I find this palette is just so easy to use. If you can still get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. These just work so well together. I'm obsessed. Okay, let's get onto the blue side. Starting from the deepest colour again, I'm going in with the shade Cursed, and I have a lot more surface area over here, so I just got in with a bigger brush, and I'm going to do the same over here. Create the little arch. I'm leaving a slither in the center because I don't want the colors to get muddy, even though I think these will blend fine together, just in case, you know, as a precaution. And as I said, I'm keeping this quite rounded, so I'm anchoring it at the top lash line. Alright, once again, I'm just going to blend the edges with a semi-clean brush. Just get a little bit of a blur going. It just makes it so much easier if you're making a gradient. Okay, now I'm going in with the shade Bewitched, and I'm just going to tap over those edges, continuing that rounded shape. I'm going to roughly blend the edges again. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Wish, and I'm going to blend out these edges. I do kind of wing it out slightly more in the outer corner, but it's just because I've got more surface area. So I'm just making the most of it, you know. I also really love this color from the palette. I mean, I love pastels, so any pastels I'm gonna love, but it's a beautiful color. And I'm just gonna soften this. I mean, this palette does really just make it effortless. It's I can't gush about it anymore, it's so good. I'm gonna make the two pastels meet in the middle, just so it's not completely bare up here. And then I'm gonna do the same with the mid-tone colors as well, just below. Okay, so I'm just gonna re-intensify the blue like I did the purple, make sure all the colors are showing, and then I'm gonna cut the crease. Realized my brows really need to be plucked. Okay, please just ignore that. I'm just gonna do my usual. I'm gonna remove the product on the lid that I don't want with some micellar water and a cotton bud, and then I'm just gonna cut my crease with the same base we used earlier, the Beauty Bay one, and then we will put on some shimmers. Okay, now I've cut my crease. I'm gonna go in with the shade Spell, and you don't need to do this because the shimmers in here are really good, but I'm just gonna dampen it a little. And I'm gonna put this by the purple, and I'm gonna bring it just under halfway. I'm gonna leave like a little slither because we're gonna add a third color in with this. Tap the edges just to blend it a little bit, and also tap over the inner purple. Sparkle in that is so pretty. And then I'm going to do the same with the shade Charmed on the outer corner. Now that's on there, I'm going to go in with the shade Crystal, and I'm going to go right down the middle and overlap the two colours. I feel like this has the kind of lime aspect as well that is seen in the crystal, so I just realised this is called Crystal too. How convenient. So that's it for the shimmers. I'm just going to go back in with the mid-tone shades that we used and just tap over the inner and outer edge to blend it a little bit more. So that's the shade Bewitched and Sorcery. And then also going in with the deeper colour if I need to. Just making sure this is all seamlessly blended, you know. Now that's all done and blended, it's time for the fun part, and we've got to add these glitter flakes. So this is the shade Prism by Kymar Cosmetics. It's got purple, green, and also a bit of that limey kind of shade in here, so it works perfectly for this look. And I'm also using their mixing medium, so I'm just gonna pick up a few of the flakes and then add them to the lid and just add a drop of the mixing medium. That's all you need, and it does dry down as well, so it doesn't stay wet or anything on your lid, which is great. I'm just gonna go in the center and then just spread it out all the way across the shimmer we've added. You honestly do not need a lot of the flakes in with the mixing medium to get the effect. I try to pick up some chunkier bits as well, and then I'm just tapping any excess towards the inner and outer corners. If you do want any more chunkier kind of pieces, what I like to do is while the product's wet on my lid, I just pick up some on my damp brush and just pat over where I'd like more. Just adds a little bit more dimension, you know. What I like with this is you can still see the teal and the purple underneath. It hasn't got rid of it, but it just enhances the shine, you know. It's really pretty. Now that's on, I'm just going to tightline. I'm just using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in 0. It's like the only black pencil I have. I don't buy them often, so I'm gonna keep using this one. Okay, and while we're here, we're just gonna do the lower lash line just because I haven't done my base and I decided to do it over here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the eye base underneath. You can use concealer if you want. Just buff this in. As you can see, I did the same from the lid, just in reverse on the lower lash line. I used all 6 of the same mats to do this, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. also going to add the sparkle that I have on the top lid in the middle below, and I'm just using the excess that's on the brush with this. I just kind of rehydrated it by adding some of the medium to the brush itself, and I'm just going to tap this on. For my tight line, I decided to go with the teal. This is by Maybelline. It's their crayon kohl pencil in 520. I'm just going to line my waterline. Now I'm just gonna curl my lashes and add some mascara. I'm using Maybelline the Falsies mascara. I'm not quite sure what falsies I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna go ahead, choose some, and then I'm gonna do my base. And I think I'm gonna do like blush, highlight, and everything with you guys, and a lip. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so I've just added my foundation and a little bit of like cream contour. But let's get into blush and highlight. I kind of want to stay in the cooler tone to match with this makeup. So I want to try this as a base. I've had this for too long at this point. It's the Illamasqua Gleam highlighter, and this is in the shade Aurora. It's kind of like a lavender with a slightly gold shift, which I think will go well with this. Almost like a putty kind of highlighter more than a cream. I may have to try and go in with my sponge, but let's try it with the finger first of all. It's a little bit more textured than some of my other cream highlighters, but it's still pretty, and it doesn't leave like a cast or anything. It's just very soft but still gives the glow to the skin. I really like these kind of products. I do want the focus to be on the eyes, so I'm going a little bit softer on the cheeks and everything. For blush, I'm a little bit torn, I'm not gonna lie. I've got this one by Makeup Revolution, the Super Dewy Liquid Blush. I really love these. This is in the shade Flushing For You. I just don't know if this is gonna be a little bit clashy. It's a little bit berry toned, but more pink, I think. These smell incredible as well. Like, they did not have to make a blush smell nice, but I love the smell of it. It's so good. I also have this one by Barry M, which is a little bit more on the cooler side. That one will probably work quite well. This is their cheek and lip tint in the shade Summer Rose. I'm so torn right now. The final option I picked up was Cherry Cola by Made by Mitchell mixed with Sweet Cheeks. I like spent like an hour last night just mixing blushes on the back of my hand, which honestly was kind of fun. But Cherry Cola in itself would be way too deep for me, so that's why I thought about mixing in Sweet Cheeks. And it makes this kind of berry toned. What are we thinking? I think I'm gonna go in with Barry M because it seems to be slightly cooler toned, like not by much, but I don't really have any cool tone blushes anymore. I guess I could just use one of the shadows, but I want to use cream blush. Alright, let's just flush these cheeks a little bit. I really like that highlight actually. It's so pretty. The formula of these blushes was so much better than the foundation in this range. They just work really well. Do my usual and add some on the forehead a little bit. I just realised I haven't even put on lashes. I'll do that at the end because I just forgot. I'm just going to quickly powder with the Huda Beauty one. This is in Sugar Cookie. Lightly go over everything, you know. I'm gonna add a little bit of powdered bronzer. This is by Doll Beauty and it's their Give Me Sun bronzer. This is the old packaging. I know they've brought out newer versions. This is just in the shade Light and it's slightly more pink toned than all my other bronzers, which is gonna work in my favor for this look. Gonna lightly go over where I originally cream bronzered. I don't know how else to say that. Where I put my cream product. It's just gonna help like merge into the more pinkier blush as well. And I think just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go in with the shade Enchanted just over my cheeks for a little bit more blush. Love how I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it simple for my face because I want the eyes to show. Let's put on some lavender blush, shall we? Okay. Cool. I decided I want to go in with a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb in How Many Carats just as like a little highlight topper. Stuff is so good. Who doesn't want to add a little bit of sparkle to their life, you know? Just going to kind of blend this on the high points. It just picks up the light so well. I add a little bit of this on the tip of the nose as well. I've got to highlight the rest of the face to be honest. Alright, now it's time for lips. What am I gonna do with this? I did pick up a few different options. So this is a Jouer lip cream. That may just be too much. This is a Kiko Milano matte liquid lipstick. I've had this for ages. This one's a bit more nude, but it still has that kind of like mauve undertone. Or there's this one, which is by And Other Stories. I've had this again for years. I guess that's like the mid-tone one out of it all. Do I go on with that? I'm undecided. First of all, gonna go and line my lips. I'm using Lavender and Lace by NYX. So if I do this first, maybe a decision will come to my head. Okay, I think I've decided I'm gonna go in with the Kiko one. It's slightly lighter and I just want the eyes to be the bold part, so let's just go in with this. Blend it in with my finger. And I am gonna put a gloss over this as well. So this is a mini of the Huda Beauty lip strobe, and this is in the shade Hypnotic. It's like a clear with a purpley tinge to it, so I think it'll look nice with this. Let's just go over here. Ooh, wow, this is very purple. I did not expect it to be this metallic. Okay, well, we are here now in all my extraterrestrial realness. I am just gonna quickly set this. I'm using the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. I really think I got a dead spray on that one because it does not spray out that well. Leaves little dots on my face. Alright, I'm gonna go sort out my hair, pop on some lashes, and yeah, then we'll do our typical montage and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I love it. I'm obsessed with these eyes, the shine, everything. I popped on Unicorn Cosmetics lashes in Clementine. They just don't overtake the look or anything, and yeah, they just let everything shine through, which I appreciate. I have a code with them, which is Kyriellelara15. If you're interested, you can save a little bit of money. You don't have to, just putting it out there if you want to. But yeah, I'm fully obsessed with this makeup and I'm gonna be sad when I have to take it off. I think I did alright with kind of matching it up to the stone. Like this one's got a bit of gold in there, which we have with the flakes as well, but it also kind of looks duochrome because it all just like merges together. I'm obsessed. Obviously under different lights it looks slightly different, so I feel like I've done an okay job. It's pretty. I love it. And I don't even hate the lips now. I feel like it's kind of died down a little bit and it's not as purple. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling this makeup. Yeah, that is it from me. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. These videos don't get as much love as my like reviews and stuff, so I appreciate you guys watching these. If you're new to my channel and you're just now stopping by, I mainly do reviews on my channel of new in makeup, but I also like to just play around. It's nice to just sit down with the products that I have. I love the Book of Magic palette. It's one of my all-time favorites. And also these flakes by CYO Cosmetics. I mean, come on. These are one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in makeup and I'm just obsessed. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, if you are new, make sure you subscribe, hit the red button down below and the bell button. That way you'll get notified whenever I upload next. And yeah, I just enjoy playing around with makeup, you know? Getting stuck right in and just playing with things. It's a fun time. So yeah, I hope you decide to stick around. But anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing now. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I hope I see you on the next one. Till then, bye guys.